Hey guys, you're back with Welcome to the K. I'm your host, Shine with Sun. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Brooke Knipfel, nice KW steady person.
What did you go for school for?
I actually just graduated last spring for radio broadcasting at Conestoga.
That's amazing. Why did you choose radio?
Actually, when I was in high school, I'm pretty loud as it is, and then I had a teacher who did not like me, but she came up to me after I finished school. She was like, "You should really look into radio," and I was like, "What?" I'm like, "Radio." I'm like, "That's not a career at all." And then I started looking into it, and I'm like, "You know what?" I'm like, "This is right up my alley." I'm like, "So you know what?" I applied, I got in. I was debating on going for something else, but then they asked for the interview. And then the interview just completely sold me, so I'm like, I'm in.
Who interviewed you?
Mike Thornell, actually.
Oh, that's...
Yeah. So it was pretty tight, actually.
I was gonna say, the guy who interviewed me probably retired before you guys. Yeah, he retired when I was in year 1, and then you guys were getting into Tim Gable.
Oh, okay,
yeah. I don't know if you had him as a teacher.
No, but I met him before.
He's nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mike was really easygoing and made me feel really good. And then I had got accepted into a different college for radio as well. So I kind of interviewed him, and I was like, "Well, why should I come here instead?" And he was like, "This is why you should come here." And I was like, "Sure." Good.
Mike.
It all worked out. I'm really happy with my choice though.
What did you think of the classes and everything?
It was pretty weird because a lot of it's kind of you self-teach. It's nice to have a professional in the industry there with you to teach you some things, but a lot of it was just okay, once you learn how to use all of the stuff, it's kind of do your own thing, build from there on your own. So classes were but I met a lot of cool people, honestly, because it's a really small class for radio. So just being with only 25 kids, and then they really whittled down because a lot of them dropped out. So very small class meant I got to work with a lot of cool people and do a lot of fun stuff.
Who was your favorite teacher?
It was actually Mike Thornell, funny enough. I actually really liked the guy a lot. And then Lisa Drew as well, actually. She was really cool to have as a teacher.
She made me fall in love with radio news.
I know! I never wanted to do news, and then Lisa came in, and then all of a sudden, I just went, straight for, news and stuff like that, and, I really, really enjoy it. So, that's kind of where I'd like to gear if I keep going with radio.
That's amazing. Yeah, a lot of fun teachers in there.
Yeah, they definitely got a lot of good ones. Ones that are actually in the industry, which is really nice too, versus somebody who doesn't know
what they're doing.
Yeah, so it's nice to have that kind of aspect as well.
Did you watch any award shows recently?
I watched snippets of the Golden Globes. I was just kind of only watched certain people that I knew were up for an award. Mainly it was just for The Irishman, because Joe Pesci was up for an award for Best Supporting Actor. He didn't get it, but rats.
In this industry, why do you think we should keep up with social media?
Everybody's on social media now, so everybody from all ages, and I honestly when I put on my resume, I have all my social medias listed as well, because it's a new way for employers especially to see who you are outside of work. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know. But no, it's just, and just be able to communicate with people. It's just a whole new way of being able to talk to someone or see what someone's without having to meet them first. Because everyone's social medias are very pinpoint of who they are.
That's why you have to make a private one where there's 2 main ones you have, and then the private one where you can put.
I just have one main one, just straight shoot. You like it or you don't.
What's your favorite gig you've done so far?
Right after school, I was lucky enough to get hired up north in Barrie for Central Ontario Broadcasting. So I worked for 2 radio stations, Rock 95 and Cool FM. Dope. So I got hired as a brand ambassador, so I worked events, wild, and then I also actually all summer I did the cottage country traffic. So I'm really lucky to be on air actually all summer, doing the traffic and having people hear me. So it was pretty fun. But the events honestly were a blast. That was some fun times.
How do you think social media is changing?
There's just so much of it now. Like, you can do, like, more than you ever could before. Like, it used to just be, like, Facebook, and, like, that's what was popping. Like, that was it. That's all you had. And now you have, like, everything. You have things for, like, business, like LinkedIn, and, like, Instagram is just, like, completely changing. People just make, like, live videos and just talk like that now. It's just never stopping.
How do you keep your voice sounding so great? Do you, like, do any vocal exercises, or, like, just...
Honestly, no, I'm pretty blessed to have my voice stay the way it is. I honestly, I don't do anything. I'm honestly not the healthiest person either, but, like, just got really lucky, I guess.
That's good.
It's nice to know that you think I have a nice voice.
How do you keep your mental health zen?
I do, like, a lot of, like, alone stuff, so, like, to be, like, really independent. You know, if that means, like, taking yourself to the movies, I don't care, I'll do it. Like, take yourself out for dinner, yeah, do it. Just, like, know your worth, and, like, you know, treat yourself, like, the way that you do want other people to treat you as well.
I agree on that. What do you think of Justin Bieber's new song?
Which one was the last one? I think the last one was Yummy.
Yummy. I don't know how I don't like listening to that song. I'm like, nope. If I hear it on the radio, I'm like, nope. Because I like to listen to some radio podcasters, and, like, I love hearing, I know there's some of them, like, when you took radio, like, I don't know, some of them, like, catch my ear, and I'm like,
yeah, it's a very repetitive one, but, like, it's definitely, like, out there for him. Like, I remember when I first heard it, I was like, whoa, I'm like, Justin, I'm like, okay. I definitely don't listen, I honestly don't really listen to him that much, but, like, definitely, like, a whole different, like, road he's starting to go down, but it seems to work. Like, you hear it everywhere now, so good for Justin.
What type of music do you listen to?
I listen to a lot of, like, old school rock, but, like, I do listen to, like, rap and stuff as well, but yeah, I'm definitely, like, an old school kind of person instead. But I'm, like, really open to everything, because, like, my mom, like, raised me on, like dance hall and, like, reggae. Like, I know, like, yeah, I know, you both love it. But then, like, my dad raised me on, like, rock, so definitely a rock baby.
That's good, because, like, even 83 CJIQ was, like, all rock music.
Yeah,
so,
it was, like, alternative,
yeah.
so it was really nice to have, like, that, because, like, we also, like, Q2, so, like,
yeah, Q2, yeah.
I always turned the volume down when I was in there. Didn't want any part in that.
When I was, like, on 88.3, I was like, I really liked the music, and then Q2 was good too, but funny thing, Q2 used to be in the back area.
Oh, that's right, yeah, right when I started, that's when they moved it, because, like, we had got trained back there, and then they're like, oh yeah, guys, we're going to move everything over there now. We're like, sure.
Because some of, not me, but other people weren't showing up to their shifts. So that's why, and then they're like, oh, people won't actually listen to us or give a shit, so that's why they moved it.
Yeah, that happened to us too. There was a lot of people
me.
who never showed up, and honestly, like, I don't care. Like, I spoke right up, and I was like, listen, like, if they don't want to show up, I'm like, give it to me, or give them, like, the worst positions, I guess. Like, the times where, like, not as many people are listening. So I'm like, you know, and then actually, like, Mike ended up switching it all, so there would be, like, the morning show and stuff would have, like, the people, like, the steady people that would show up. And then, like, later on, like, nobody really cared. Nobody showed up.
It's like practice, and then, like, you keep practicing. Like, I still go to one radio station to record demos and stuff. I was always practicing in there. I'm like, he gives you a show time. You should just show up.
Just go. Like, that's what you pay for, too. Like, honestly, like, I don't know why people, like, bother. Like, if you don't want to show up, like, it's such, like, a core part of what the program was. So it's like, that's just a waste of everyone's time and your own money. Like, that sucks.
I was even in, like, the studio. I'd be, like, voice tracking at 7, 8 o'clock, and then it wouldn't, like, even, like, sometimes it wouldn't save, and I was like,
story of my life.
Oh no, yeah, story of my life. And then I was like, at least you're practicing, and then that's how people honestly started hearing. They're like, oh my god, I heard you on the radio. I was like,
best feeling ever was getting
oh.
those messages. They're like, yeah, I just heard you do, like, a newscast, like, you sound really good. I'm like, wow, damn, thank you.
It was like people you haven't talked to in so long, and I was like, oh
yeah,
damn.
people
like,
come out of the woodwork. Like, literally, people I've, like, never talked to in so long, or, like, maybe, like, met, like, once, and they're like, Brooke. I was like, yeah,
oh yeah, I was
it's
like,
me.
Thank you. Yeah, it's like me. What's your favorite project you've done so far? What's your favorite project you've done so far?
I did a documentary, actually. It was when, like, weed had just become, like, legal. So, like, I had done one on, like, the legalization of weed and, like, the effects here in KW. So like I actually ended up like interviewing a lot of cool people for it too that like I met. And then even cooler, that project I actually ended up winning like the Bell Media Award for Best Documentary. So I'm just gonna tuck that in my back pocket and keep it there.
Wait, was that for like Mike's assignment where you had to talk?
Yeah,
about, like,
yeah, we had to make one.
And you picked any topic?
Yeah, so I went with that because I was pumped when we got legalized.
I did mine on tattoos. I did mine on.
But like I met cool people. Like I interviewed like these people who were like in the middle of making breathalyzers and stuff that would like find like THC in your system, and like they're actually using them now because like now like the breathalyzers in KW like not only test for alcohol but it's weed and cocaine as well now.
Wow, I didn't even know that. That's cool.
It's cool, but it's like, you know, like for people who smoke, like I definitely understand like there's some people who are like get like wild when they smoke. It's really weird. But then like people, I guess chronic smokers, like who smoke like all day every day, it's like, wow, like you get pulled over, you're screwed. Like that's a DUI now.
So never smoke and get high, people. I mean, smoke and get high, but don't drive while you're doing it.
Stress me out.
Would you recommend taking a media program to other people?
Definitely. Like if it's something you want to do, it's definitely like a really good stepping stone. There's a lot of positions that you can get into without having to go to school, but having that background is nice because like just the softwares they let you like use and you get to learn, and then the connections too you make. Like when I got the traffic position, I had to go to school for some kind of like broadcasting, so like that was really nice. That worked out because I was like, hey, well I just finished actually. So that and like TV, and then like what they added that you went through that program.
Broadcast performance and digital media.
Yeah, so like I obviously like a lot of us thought about taking that too once it came out because like it just seems like. I know, I probably will once I pay back my loans. I'll go back to school probably again.
It was actually a really good program. I had fun in the classes. It went by so fast, and I was like, no, I want to.
I know, like even just radio flew by, like 2 years gone. I was like, wow, I'm done. Great, I'm out in the world now. But it's good. No, yeah, definitely take a program because like it really will get you that like extra step like out there and like above, and like you'll feel better like yourself, like more comfortable with it all. If that makes sense.
What are your media goals?
I definitely want to be on air, so like a major news station would be nice. Like I don't really have an interest in going and being like a jock, like an announcer or anything like that. It just wasn't really my style. But news definitely, but also media sales. I'm really into that. It's a really cool. I did a sales co-op also in Barrie for Chorus, and like that was tons of fun. Versus like normal like sales of like random things, like selling like radio time and like TV time is just a lot more fun, and the people you meet and like the way that you have to go about it, it's a lot cooler.
Any last words for your fans?
For my fans? Oh wow. Listen to the radio. Listen to podcasts, listen to people who make music, stuff like that, like promote them, listen to it, help them out. Like it's the only way that all of us are going to get there. It's not a dying art, so just do it.
Where can fans follow you?
Instagram, Brooke M. Knipfel, Knipfel. There we go. Twitter, I believe, is the same thing. I think, yeah, I'm pretty generic. I like to keep it all the same on all my platforms because I'm too lazy anyways. That way I can sign on to all of them. But yeah, Instagram, Twitter, there we go. Find me on LinkedIn.
Thank you for being on Welcome to the K today.
No, thank you for having me. This was a blast.